Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. To start off this episode, we're going to sit in judgment, do our grand duty as the Inquisitor, and make judgment over people.
I
Yes,
do not
yes.
believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture.
True story.
You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Haha!
Out of your element, Floriane. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
Oh, come on.
Despite her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
Come on, work for the common. Put her guile to work for us. Exile. Jester's outfit, bad shoes. I gotta use dialogue perks, guys.
She remains a creature of formality and opportunity. We have use for both. Grand Duchess, Josephine will see that your wiles profit the Inquisition. Don't disappoint.
Oh, one must remember that the game is never truly over, your worship.
Just about everyone disapproves except for Solus. Yep, she's one of ours now. She's not a mage. As long as she's unarmed, I can't really see her being any danger. So yeah, we got a judgment because of that. And she's just an agent in general. I'm okay with that. I don't know why I'm going up here. I guess I can... No, there was no point in going up there. Next, I want to go talk to Blackwall. Like I said, his things are... Wait, let me make sure I didn't have another judgment. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I think I can fit his stuff into the rest of this episode. Assuming this is what I think it is. But it couldn't be anything else now that I stopped to think about it. Yeah.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
This dialogue, I guess I'll warn viewers, might be some kind of disturbing, triggering stuff he says in regards to animals. So if animal violence or abuse is an issue for
When I
you.
was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house.
Yeah.
One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food.
This gets really bad,
I caught
guys.
it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You couldn't have been the only one there. No one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong.
True.
I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe?
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done.
Blackwall,
Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Okay. So, as follow-up to that, because that clearly wasn't everything, unfortunately. Sorry if animal stuff bothers you. I tried to warn you ahead of time as best I could. If I sort of did it too late, maybe. Hope not, though. Let's go talk to him. Make sure this is all right.
Stop following me.
I haven't taken a step.
What's this? Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. Inquisition messenger.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Well,
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
right. Crumbled report. Crumbled sheet of paper. It looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Callier massacre of 937, was captured in Leeds. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insists that he did not know who he was assassinating, that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Renier, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the week in Val Royeaux. Well, we have a place to visit now, don't we? To Val Royeaux. Revelations. Henry Mornay's execution. Let's see what this is all about. This might be a bit, so buckle in. It's going to be the majority of the episode, I imagine. Hopefully I can fit this and Liliana in, but I don't think I'll be able to. I think it'll take the rest of the episode just to do this. It is a big one. I haven't interacted with Blackwall as much. You get a lot more hints about what's coming up if you romance him, but he certainly seemed very off given the fact that, you know, I don't know. Just seems strange. And it's raining. Makes sense. It always seems to rain at these kinds of things. Look, a thing to read that I never read. Sorry, probably an inappropriate time to do that. Okay.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
And
This is grim.
Proceed.
Stop!
And in comes Blackwall.
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years.
Yeah.
I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You can see where this is going.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Well, shit. That mask, though. Why don't we get a chance to craft that mask? That's what I'm wondering. Sorry, said to detract from this very serious moment, but, I'm just saying. speak to Rainier in his cell. Rainier? Is it Rainier? I think it's Rainier. I would think it would be Rainier, given like Callier is the whatever. Sorry.
Yes.
Well, we gotta go to the Val Royale prison.
She was still in charge. So what was the point?
The Winter
Yep.
Palace assaulted.
Tom Rainier. Never Blackwall. Blackwall is not Blackwall. He said the Warden Blackwall is dead, and he is not him. He's just been pretending to be. Notice interesting things, why he wasn't affected by Corypheus's magic giving him false calling, why he was so far away from the other wardens, why he didn't know where they were. He's not Warden Blackwall. It's not the Warden Constable, like he said he was. And here we are. Such a pity.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death.
Well, that's good at least.
He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
I guess. Yeah. She was brave. You lied to me.
I called you a friend. I trusted you. You lied.
The world believes you were sent by a divine force. The Inquisition encourages this.
I don't.
I know you don't believe it. So, tell me again why we're different.
I'm on this side of the bars. That's the difference.
If I'd stayed Rainier, no good would have ever come of my life. Why are you here?
You're going to explain yourself.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man.
That's fucked up shit.
This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
He just can't say anything to that. There's more. We can speak with him. Your crime.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed. Why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
That's what happened. He murdered his family.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No
Yeah.
one wants to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
You weren't at war.
But you weren't at war. Not really.
I've been on enough battlefields to know the same crime at the right time would have earned a medal. But that's what I did. why I deserve to be here.
I want to know something else.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
Was the real Black
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing, a waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
He doesn't even know what the vial's for, the Darkspawn blood. That gives, you know, to everything. Shouldn't have died. Sounds like a hero.
It was a heroic act, stepping between you and a darkspawn.
I wasn't worthy.
It's not about what heroism
He
means.
wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Go to the wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
I can think of other solutions, but, you know. Who is Tom Rainier?
Were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
I don't care about anything else. Mornay's just
That's
a
all for
soldier. And his crime. What's the situation with Cullen?
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Alright, Tom Rainier. I don't feel like reading.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Thank you.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Blackwall. Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't
He
have
just...
to. You have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
Colin has now said Rainier and... Or Rainier, ah, God. And Rainier, whatever. It sounds like he pronounced it two different ways to me. What would you do?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. Yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Get him out.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Yeah. Let's go do that. Information's available. I could talk to him more, but I don't have anything to say to him. Back to Skyhold. Deal with this piece of garbage that is his lies. Sickening. So, I've seen a couple different ways this can play out, and at the end of the day, I believe he's done good, but it wasn't his only option. He made a choice twice: running away, betraying his men for money, sending them on that mission. That's enough to make me angry. Well, there was another option with Blackwall. He could have gone to the Wardens, bring Blackwall's body, bring something. Going there and telling them enough that, hey, He found me, he recruited me, he died. That's it. Yeah, you have no proof that you hadn't killed him, but if you went to them, there'd be no reason to believe you'd killed him. And, you know, making you a Grey Warden or something in response to that, like, I don't know. I just think he's being ridiculous. He was ridiculous, but that's that. Alright. Tom Rainier's fate. If you think it worthwhile, we enter Tom Rainier prison as Blackwall released in the Royal Prison, which waits justice. Big problems, one solution. Liliana wants to replace him with an imposter. He wants to storm the prison, and Josephine would rather take a favor from Hallam Shiral. We use our favor, and we get Rainier out. Well, a few questions asked. Passing Hallam Shiral is fresh in their minds. Rainier awaits your judgment. To the throne, and we make our judgment. Start the episode with a judgment, and we will have yet another one. We won't be getting to the Liliana's thing today, I'm thinking. That needs its own fresh episode. Judge Rainier. Alright.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall.
God, he looks like such a miserable mess.
His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
Your opinions will no longer be considered. You've lost that privilege. I decide what becomes of you now.
It's a little harsh,
What
but
becomes of me?
free him just completely. Get Rainier to the Wardens. Once this is over. Note this option, you do get to keep him as a party member. But once it's over, he to the Wardens, and they get to do what they want. Or he's in servitude. I think, at the end of the day, this is the best option.
Blackwall intended you join the Wardens. I will let them decide your fate, but only when Corypheus is dead. For now, Tom Rainier, the Inquisition needs you.
As you command.
Blackwall gave you the chance to atone through action, not merely punishment. I find I can do no less.
I am grateful for this, Inquisitor. And I will serve for as long as I can.
And the chance for it to play out this way is the best. Alright, he's back, and his card is now selectable again, but has changed. It was sort of a dark, X'd out version that actually had a different picture that I skipped over pointing out to you guys, but you could have seen it earlier when I traveled. Operation Consequences of Blackwall's Lie, now available. So, that. Next time I have a free person, which won't be for a while. I sent them on some pretty long ones. There's that guy at Dalish I recruited. Hi, Blackwall. Let's chat.
Inquisitor?
Specifically,
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
Rainier.
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Inquisitor means something. Blackwall doesn't.
It means something to me.
Whatever.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I have 5 more minutes. The Liliana thing isn't too long. I could get over with. Okay. Let's go do the Liliana's thing. She wants to travel to the Divine Center a message and seems to have left or something. There's Blackwall's new card. Very heroic. Riding on a griffin. Thedas' old card, which was just the shield with the Inquisition symbol on it. If I believe correctly. Anyway, Ferelden out to the Blight.
It's just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
I didn't expect it to be so deserted. It makes me uneasy.
It's a small village, and it's too early for the chant. I'm sure the sisters are somewhere.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel
Okay. Lyanna says don't trust her.
like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Okay.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I'd rather not.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
That was a joke.
Natalie, listen.
Kind of.
There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic.
So I could listen to them talk about the clues and then go get the stuff, but there's really like no reason to. It's legitimately pointless. You're just sort of gonna wait to hear what mechanism.
That canticle was Justinia's favorite. Yes, of course.
And hidden mechanism.
Never give up the traditions of our most
Now we wait for them to finish talking.
That is lovely to hear. We're up at the breach sometime. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
I just test the spell somewhere.
Have you
I'll do
seen
that
it
off
by
stream.
sunrise?
Off
When the
video.
sun rises
Not streaming.
splits
Need to stop
into
saying
what
that.
looks like a thousand suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes, spectacular, isn't it?
Okay.
What's that? Looks like we opened something.
Da-da-da. Look at how pretty. Shook. Box. And angry Liliana.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Liliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know.
That's so smart.
The prickle with burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thedas away from the true chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
If we let her go, she'll just run off to her cleric, won't she?
Likely.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
can't let Leliana kill her.
Release her, Leliana. She's no threat.
The Grand Cleric.
She is one woman. We are the Inquisition.
The Inquisitor has spoken. Run. Tell your mistress that she has a choice. The Inquisition is coming. No.
That can play out
This can't be
differently.
it. There's nothing here.
If you hadn't convinced her not to be so brutal earlier in the game, she could disagree with you there and go down a dark path anyways. This is sort of her turning point.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seemed the puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
Indeed. Okay, that didn't take too long. I will speak to her after this. There's actually 2 conversations I'm going to need to have with her. I'm going to do those really quickly at the end here. And there might be another conversation with Cassandra. I don't think so. I think that comes later. I think it comes later. But yeah, I want to do these last 2 conversations with her because I feel like just getting it done here. Hopefully you guys don't mind a slightly longer episode. It gets this stuff done. Also finished Blackwall's deep personal quest and Leliana's personal quest. There's still Blackwall's stuff to get in Priest de Leon, but that's not really... That's just approval grinding, really. And I don't care about his approval anymore. We're pretty much done with this side of the story. I have to wait for her to load in and then conversation to start.
Grand Cleric Victoire has offered the ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
Cool. Sounds good. Come on. There we
I'm
go.
told that Ambassador Montillier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it.
Niceness before knives, Liliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my love?
That impression,
For
though.
now.
Leliana, don't take up impressions. You're not Varric.
I love making new friends, don't you?
It was a gamble, Inquisitor, but it paid off. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice. I am more than this. I am more than what Justinia made me.
Do you resent Justinia for what she did?
How can I when there is so much between us? When she gave her life for peace? No, I believe her intentions were pure. Most intentions are.
Did this monologue help?
Does saying all this out loud make you feel any different?
Yes, actually. Giving the thought a voice forces me to admit what Justinia did to me. I have to stay true to who I really am, before Spymaster, Left Hand, or Bard. I almost lost myself.
Okay. And one more conversation.
I expected the hero
Or
Geraldus
maybe
to be
not.
adamant, but he was not with the other wardens. He studied the Blight after killing the Archdemon. And we
Oh,
know
this is the
something
alternative
about
way
him.
to unlock this
If you
operation.
like, I can have agents look for him.
Good idea.
That sounds like a wise choice.
I'll make preparations in the war room. Now, was there anything else?
I thought there would be another
I'll leave you
conversation.
to your work.
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through
Okay,
the
I'm just
Fade,
gonna try and grind
it
through
must
some of
feel
these. I
good to
think
stand
there's another
solid
one with
ground
her.
again. No?
Ground in the Fade feels much the same. It's just more likely to disappear.
Well, you can breathe easy. I've not yet known the ground here to disappear, but I suppose nothing is certain these days.
I'll leave you to your work.
That's gonna keep popping up.
Something?
Okay, I guess there isn't the other conversation with her. That must unlock. Maybe after the next story quest. Same with Cassandra's likely. Okay. That is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Next time, something combat maybe. We'll see. Till then.